Imitate, Assimilate, Innovate. This trio of words, cherished by musicians and educators worldwide, encapsulates the guitarist's journey from student to artist. Our guitar heroes inspire and drive us to imitate their playing as accurately as possible. Assimilating their teachings, we construct a foundation of skills, techniques, and vocabulary. This groundwork rewards us with creative freedom to innovate, nurturing our unique sound and artistry. Join us this month as we celebrate guitar heroes and legends that have inspired and influenced many of our own TrueFire artists and educators. You just might discover a few new guitar heroes and legends to add to your own list. Let's dig in. Eric Clapton, often referred to as Slowhand, is undeniably one of the most influential guitarists in history. His smooth and soulful playing style, coupled with his emotive solos, have captivated audiences for decades. Clapton's bluesy riffs and heartfelt melodies have made him a true icon in the world of rock and blues. Today's free lesson on Eric Clapton comes from Joe Bonamassa's Blues Rock Masterclass. Let's dig in.
Eric Clapton has been my favorite singer-songwriter and guitar player since I've been a kid. We all learned how to play the blues, at least my generation, my father's generation. We were all introduced to the blues. We were introduced to the great masters like, Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf and Robert Johnson through the lens of the British, and that would be John Mayall. And on the particular record, John Mayall and the Blues Breakers, featuring Eric Clapton, there was, to me, life-changing guitar moments that we're still chasing. And I'm not holding this guitar by accident. These guitars are not this valuable by accident because of that record. And records like, East West, and Led Zeppelin, obviously. But Clapton, to me, had best vibrato, the best phrasing, the best tone. It was just this wonderful tone, and it sounded like a human voice. And going down that rabbit hole, I especially the early stuff, 66, I found that the guitar probably wasn't on 10 all the time. It was probably down to maybe 8.5. The tone wasn't on 10, And he probably wasn't picking that hard. And he let the instrument bloom. And if you've ever plugged into an early primitive Marshall amp, the compression's pretty aggressive. So for him to get that level of articulation and timing, the amp was distorted, and sometimes it would, the whole thing kind of compresses too much, and the timing seems weird. He really knew how to use the Les Paul and that setup to get this very emotive, very, wonderful, like dark but punchy. So it's like he'd be down the bottom of the neck. So he has this wonderful ability to create sound and emotional moments, just by varying his attack and his pick. Plus those songs, those pesky things that elude us all. Just great song after great song. And that's the one thing about Eric Clapton that a lot of people don't talk about enough for me, in my opinion, is a great solo in a mediocre song will never get noticed. A great solo in a great song is iconic, and that's really the bottom line. And he's a great singer as well. He's a total package, and that's why I call him my favorite singer-songwriter and guitarist.